Hi, my name is Kevin Snyder, and I'm an estate planning attorney at Snyder Law in Irvine. And today I want to give you some nuggets of knowledge in regards to reviewing and updating your planning and how important and vital that is to have a really good estate plan. Life evolves, so should your planning, particularly when it comes to estate planning. The evolution of just life in general causes us to plan differently when it comes to our taxes, our finances, and our health, and just some general goals of our family. So it should it with our estate plan. So here are some steps that I talk to clients and things I talk to clients about that are really important in making sure that their estate plan is as up to date as possible, because we don't know when we need that plan to go into effect. So so the first of these, and I'm going to go over quickly seven of them. The first is making sure that you know how to access your plan. Where is it? And do the people that need to have access to it, like your trustees or your guardians of your kids, for your kids, or your healthcare agents, do they know how to obtain legal documents that they're going to need to do the job that you want them to, you've entrusted them to? Or is it in a place that it can't be found or can't be accessed, like a safe deposit box at a bank, or a safe that can't be opened, or people just don't know where in your house to look? Is it in a box in the garage? And so these are things that you want to make sure that you know. You're going to need to know too, in the event that you need to use it if you're married for a spouse. So really, really important. Keeping your plan organized. Do you have all the documents in the right place, or have you moved them out of an estate planning binder that maybe you had put together with your attorney? Are things still in the right place? Are they all together? Are things a mess? Doing some reorganization, making sure your financial documents, important health documents, information regarding online accounts that you have, digital assets, cryptocurrency, all that is in a centralized location to make it easy for those that need to implement your plan, like your trustees, for example. It's going to be all in an easy to find location. The other step to take a look at is, do you have the right people driving the ship of your plan? Well, if you just think about a plan like a car, you create a really, really nice car. It could drive really, really well, but it's only going to drive as well as the driver that you put in the driver's seat. So have you chosen the right drivers for your plan? What I mean by drivers, of course, are the people that you've entrusted to be decision makers in your planning: trustees, the personal representatives / executors here in California, the powers of attorney, the people that you've chosen to be guardians of your children. Are they still suitable candidates for the roles and responsibilities that you've entrusted to them, either now or in the future? Or have some things changed in their life? And so taking a look at what changes have occurred in their life, in the laws, and your life and your relationship with them is going to be important. And there's a number of different considerations to go over, and options of how you can best upgrade those situations. How they relate to the people that they're trying to protect, your family, your children. Is the relationship still good? The dynamic still good? Have they moved out of the country? These are just a couple of the other considerations and things to take a look at and have a conversation with an estate planning attorney about, to see how it affects the people that you chose, and if so, how best to update your planning accordingly. The fourth is looking at your estate planning goals, the goals that you had when you initially put your plan together. You initially perhaps created a revocable living trust. Are those still the same? Are those goals still applicable? If not, then you have a plan that's out of date and is going to render unintended results. It's not going to give you the result that you want. And so looking at assessing, are the goals still the same from your side of the table? Talking to an estate planning attorney to see if the goals are still the same from the legal side of the table. Laws have changed, particularly in regards to tax laws. And for instance, the Secure Act came into existence in 2020. A follow-up went into law last year. How does that affect your retirement planning and the scope of your estate planning? How does it interact with any trust planning that you have? Do you have the right trust that you still need? Or do you need a different type of a trust or an additional type of a trust to meet the goals that you want now in life? So assessing the goals that you have, including your beneficiaries, your family, the reasons why you put the planning in place to begin with was to protect others. Do they still need the same level of protection? Maybe they were younger when you put the planning together. Now they're older. Do they need less or more protection? Are the conditions that you've placed in your trust still going to relate to the people that they are today? Or are people in your life that didn't need protection now, and you want to update some of your planning? Maybe it's you that needs protection. Maybe it's things that you've acquired. So that's the next thing to look at. Number 5 is looking at has my portfolio changed? The inventory of the things that I own, has that changed over the years? And how does that change impact my planning? Well, are things in your trust when you acquired them, or did they not get placed in your trust? One of the biggest problems and challenges that we see is that individuals have trusts, and then when they need them to go into effect, for example, they've passed away, and they have an asset or a number of assets that never were placed in the trust that they created. And that lends itself to probate, and that's a problem. So we want to avoid that. So taking an inventory of things that you have acquired, either things that you still have or they're newly acquired, how are things different? How are we going to incorporate them into the trust that you might already have, or do you need a different type of a trust? And the things that you've acquired, maybe a business, maybe you've acquired a degree, and you have now you're a professional. Does that mean that you're now a target for a lawsuit based on things that you own, the type of profession that you have? You're renting out property. How are we going to protect your assets from lawsuits, for example? And you might be looking at some updated planning, because the plan that you put together before, you didn't have that business. You didn't have that rental property, for example. You didn't have that degree, and you weren't practicing in a certain profession. So some changes in revolving around you also can change the goals that you have. And looking at step and point number 6 is beneficiaries, making sure that they are designated properly. Too many people have forgotten who they designated on certain policies, certain retirement accounts, and or never have made an update. And that, of course, will render adverse results, outcomes you don't want, or there have been life events. People have been born or died, or there's been a divorce and beneficiaries haven't been updated, and that's going to create problems down the road. Another problem with beneficiaries that we see is designating young children, minors, as beneficiaries. That's going to create a problem. You need to update your planning accordingly. And so those are and lastly, step 7 is, how do we incorporate some of the other aspects of our life that are important with our estate planning? Insurance planning, financial planning. Do I have my advisors that I need and all working for me on the same page? Here at Snyder Law, that's something that we really promote, is working with our clients' other advisors to ensure that we as a team are approaching building out plans that are going to be most beneficial and up to date to address our clients' needs from a variety of standpoints. So is that something that you are doing in your planning, addressing these different avenues and different perspectives and incorporating them all together in a unified plan? So those are 7 things that we talk about with our clients when it comes to making sure that they are keeping updated plans, and so that they can protect the peace of mind that they have a plan that's going to work when they need it. So again, my name is Kevin Snyder, Snyder Law. I hope that this was helpful for you and you grabbed some good tips and nuggets of knowledge. If you're interested in some more nuggets of knowledge, please check out our YouTube page. I have a number of videos there that talk about a variety of different things you might be interested in when it comes to your estate planning. So hope you're well, and thank you for listening, and I wish all the best to you.